real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my way I pick it up to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to say like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no.
It's week 18 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dragons' creative quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. Great game in store for y'all, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Taylor and Kate Scott. We get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
14 lucky teams across the NFL tape. This isn't the end for them. This is their last chance of a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this final week.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, we know they're comfortably into the postseason already. You just hope that no one else is added to this list on the eve of the playoffs.
And this is so hard. You do try to exercise as much caution as you can with how they're going to play guys today. But you got to still play the game. I know their team wants, everybody in that locker room wants everyone available. And they will do all they can to get themselves ready on their pursuit of the Super Bowl.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal blocking the run. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This set it down starts with an option right. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but across the line there, that earns the holding penalty. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they'll have first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Following the penalty, the kick moves up, and he sends it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out, a rare breed in the NFL, their lefty QB.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. First down, he takes the snap. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
From the 34. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be third down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
They'll throw on third and long. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Has it on the slant. Touchdown! So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Gray now on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. 3 for first down. Motioning left is their running back. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on it, throw quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dragons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Option give here. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From midfield now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Putting a receiver in motion. They'll try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. A give now from the gun. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The give here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the red zone now. Looking slant route, complete. And he's brought down inside the 10. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. This throw is caught.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're hoping to convert here on second and goal. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Dragons parlay the interception into points. So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return starts from the 16. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as it stands, he's in a spot to finish the regular season as the leader among quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get, it's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Here he is on third and long. Nothing there offside as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That's taken at the 15. The Dragons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. Timeout called on the field. So we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's throwing deep down that side of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest.
Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose!
Big catch in his mirror. Kicking his mirror.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Automatic first down.
A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. Catch is made down the right sideline.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Would like to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. Punting unit out now. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Oh, it's 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They go play action on 1st. He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another 2nd to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. They'll make a big play on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you can see what he's capable of when you turn this guy loose over a full campaign, leading all NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards, and he has a chance to finish at number 1. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds him over the middle. And the brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to it. Big gain has them across the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and they give that guy a chance to show off the speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Wilson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there isn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie things up at 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Setting up the screen. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the one back on the handoff. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate. Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Look to throw. Cut out left. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. To throw here on first down. Has him running the comeback. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Typically, when you throw that comeback, you're looking for a little bit more yardage. But if you've heard me say it once, Kate, you'll hear me say it 100 times. Never, ever turn down a completion.
And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up second down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Gray now on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate. Thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Dragons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off now from the gun. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give him a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 7 yards there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into passing, known passing situations, it gets even more difficult.